By default, links are blue and underlined, but visited links are purple. This home link is purple because it points to the current page. But if I click Big Sur and then go back, you can see that this is now purple, indicating that it's been visited. When you mouse over a link, the cursor turns into a hand. So it's obvious that links have different interactive states, and to style links in these different states, CSS uses pseudo classes. A pseudo class defines how you want an element to look depending on its state or position in the HTML structure. There are 5 pseudo classes for links and user action. Link styles links in their normal state. Visited styles links that have been visited. Hover styles an element that's currently being hovered over. Active controls how an element looks at the time it's clicked. And focus controls the look of an element that currently has focus. The last 3, hover, active and focus, apply to any element, not just links. And as shown here, a pseudo class always begins with a colon and is appended to a selector without any space in between. It's vital to use these pseudo classes in this order. Get them the wrong way round and your links won't work as expected. One way many designers remember the correct order is to take the first letter of each pseudo class, L, V, H, A, sprinkle a few extra letters, and you've got love-hate, a useful mnemonic. Code hints in the CSS Designer are also listed in the correct order, so you shouldn't go wrong. Well, that's the theory. Let's put it into practice in the Pacific Highway case study. There's a copy of the necessary files in the folder for this lesson in the Using Text and Images as Links folder in the course assets. I want to remove the underlining from all of the links, so the first thing I need to do is to create a style rule for A, which is the tag name for link. So select highway.css in the sources pane of the CSS Designer, and a new selector will simply be A. And I need to deselect show set, then go to the text section, and its text decoration, select none, and the underlining of the links disappears. Next I want to set the color of unvisited links. So that's a new selector, and it will be A colon, and then you get the code hints, and the first one there is link. So just select that, and then we can create the style rule. And I'm going to type the code in by the side. It's hash 58 8C7E. And my links are now a light green. For visited links, the common convention is to have a slightly lighter color. So another selector, A colon, and then it's the second one down, visited, and the color for that I've chosen is hash 84 B3A6, and you can see that that's a slightly lighter green. I'm going to create a group selector for the remaining 3 pseudo classes, hover, active and focus. So click the plus sign, and then it will be A colon hover comma A colon active comma A colon focus. And the color I've chosen for that is a salmon pink. I'm going to type that value in by the side, hash D96459. And if you turn on live view, you can test that by mousing over and you can see the effect. To make some links look different, you can use a descendant selector. If we scroll down, you can see that I've got links here. And if I exit live view and select one of those links, need to scroll down again, you can see in the tag selector that they're inside a paragraph with the class teaser link. So let's create a descendant selector to give these some different styling. Going to select highway.css and then a new style rule, and it will be .teaser link space A link. It's a group selector. I'll have the visited exactly the same. So it's teaser link a visited. And in the text section, I'm going to set the color to #202020, really dark grey, and then the text transform to uppercase. And I'm going to give them a background color, so background section, then background color. I'm going to type that value in there. It's #D7 D7 D7. We need some padding around that, so let's go back up to the layout section, and in padding I'm going to give them 5 pixels of padding on the top and bottom, and a bit more on the side, 25 on each side. And then another group selector for the other pseudo classes. So plus, then it will be .teaser link a : hover, comma, .teaser link space a : active, and then .teaser link space a : focus. And then just change the color and the background color. So the color will be #FFFF2, which is just off white, and then the background color will be a darker gray. That will be B7 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 #B7 B7 B7. And if we turn on live view and scroll down and mouse over, you can see the change. So to style links, you use a type or tag selector for the A tag to define the basic properties, and then use the link, visited, hover, active and focus pseudo classes in that order to override those properties when the link is in a different interactive state. And to style links differently in another part of the page, use a descendant selector.